This video is sponsored by PotownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCG code cards. They are compatible with TCG Live, and you can of course get everything on the website for 5% off using the coupon code ZapdosTCG. This video is also sponsored by cardmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can do it as well. And you can use the referral name ZapdosTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by yourplaymat.com. This is a platform where you're able to, of course, create your own custom playmat. They have, of course, capabilities to ship worldwide, and you can get 10% off by clicking the link down below. So definitely check it out. Last but not least is Dragon Shield, the best brand to protect your beautiful cards. You can of course there's links down below for US and European people, and you can of course get your best quality sleeves available, as well as deck boxes and binders. Thanks so much for sticking around with the commercials. I hope you enjoyed today's upload. If you do, be sure to let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button, and let's get this video going. Sup YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're checking out Entei Iron Valiant, which actually won a recent online tournament. Big shout out to Hooligan835 from Canada, winning the Kitchen Showdown number 7. So we definitely need to check this deck because you really need to respect it. It's actually pretty good. So Entei is great, and because it has 230 HP, getting it out of range from some attack numbers. Think for example of Roaring Moon with the Calamity Storm, or Miraidon that doesn't find Zapdos from Pokemon Go. You're gonna have more hit points than the regular 2-price V Pokemon. On top of that, you also can draw a card with Fleet-Footed, and with Burning Rondo you slap more damage for every bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. So yeah, this is going to be the deck that is going to be keeping a lot of decks in check, because you can Yogo Loop, you have Iron Valiants, and I personally was more fan of the Urshifu build of Iron Valiants, but Iron Valiants has become slowly but steadily a very crazy menace in the game. With the Tyon bits, you can fly yourself into the active position and put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So for every Iron Valiant you can do that. So with so many switch outs, Escape Rope, Switch Cart, regular switches, you circle around these fellas, put some damage counters on them, use Medicham with Yoga Loop, and then attack with Entei. It's a strong strategy. In the late game you also have Radiant Zard, but it can also attack a little bit earlier. You can use Magma Basin and DTE, because DTE is here as well. So you can attack as soon as the opponent has taken like 2 prize cards, which is very, very formidable in my opinion. You have Techno Radar, synergizes super well to discard fire energy, so of course you can rely on Magma Basin, very strong stadium card that we haven't seen that much play off just yet. You have Squawkabilly to just turbo through your deck turn 1, VIP passes, Techno Raiders, Nest Balls, you name it, you're going to be setting yourself up easy peasy, and then hopefully you'll be able to run away with the game. If you guys are excited, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out the channel in so many ways, you have no idea. Without further ado, I present to you Entei with Iron Valiant. So we've checked it out before with Xatu, but this is a more refined list in that sense, is that you can attack turn 1 going second because of Magma Basin attach of turn on the Entei, and you can Yoga Loop, which is actually a very scary thing for Pokemon that have 60 or 70 HP. So we'll see how it goes. This deck doesn't mind going first, doesn't mind going second, but I think I will still go first. Not only can you get the first turn attachment, you can also switch a little bit between your Iron Valiants to maybe donk an opponent. I've seen it happen before. So let's go. We have Entei, our perfect starting Pokemon, because that means we can switch into an Iron Valiant. And we have Techno Radar to get the whole squad activated, and we even have Fleet-Footed. So there's a lot of things that could happen here. We also can go for the research next turn, which is also not too bad. And we probably will already have... Okay, there's a Comfey. Love to see that. We have a Fire Energy. Sure. I think I'll just go for Techno Radar on the Colress experiments, and I'll get myself 2 Iron Valiants. We can Yoga Loop as well, that's perfect. Squawkabilly is in here as well. Okay, lots of switch outs, Forest Seal Stones, DTEs, all the good stuff. Slapping them down, 1, 2, 3. Now, Fleet-Footed, activation. Let's go, we have another Entei. Okay, I don't know if I want to slap it down just yet. I'll just attach here. Switch around to an Iron Valiant and put some damage. If they might have Switch Guard, I know, but yeah. Otherwise, it's gonna be removed regardless. Maybe we could have waited, because Switch Guard is probably gonna be a thing here. Could slap down another Entei. Yeah, they probably will not use Iono or something on the very first couple of turns. They might play Loftina as well. shutting down our ability, so I'm not going to slap down Magma Basin just yet because they might slap down Path to the Peak, which is a very annoying stadium card. Comfey already has a little bit of damage. We can use Iron Valiant, Iron Valiant, Iron Valiant to knock it out, or just 2 Iron Valiants and then go for Yoga Loop. There's definitely something that could happen here. Should I leave room for another Iron Valiants and Medicham? We'll see. They have Psychic Energies, so they have Greninja, and they have getting rid of the Roxanne, so the Switch card, yeah, that's pretty damn annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that is annoying. There's a flower selecting on top of that, so we will need to circle around a couple of these Iron Valiants. We have Entei. Depends on how many Pokemon they have on the bench, that's the more damage we're gonna be able to dish out. That's all they're doing, 2 Comfeys, that's all they have, sure. We're gonna have to slap down Magma Basin. We do have more Enteis where those came from, so I'm just gonna research. Yeah, more Enteis as saying here. We have the Escape Rope, the Earthen Vessel. Gonna allow us to get some more energies. Alright, Yoga Looping. We also have Radiant Charizard, by the way, which is actually pretty damn strong. We can attach there. We have the Forest Seal Stone on top of it. That's gonna be for next turn. They only have 2 cards in the Lost Zone so far. They might have another Switch card. These Switch cards are super annoying. I'll just attach here. I'll Escape Rope. And then I will use the Future Boost Energy Capsule. Depends on which Pokemon they're giving us. We can also knock out Entei. Actually, knock out Greninja. It's an option. Forest Seal Stone is actually pretty good, but we have another one here, so that's nice. Who's it gonna be? Not a Giratina in play either, so we have a Forest Seal Stone for another supporter next turn, so that's nice. Come on. They're debating, maybe their hand is so bad. Yeah, they're giving us the Comfey, which is great. We're gonna use this. Put 2 damage counters on the Comfey. Hopefully no Switch card this time around. I will use the free retreat. Let's retreat here and start swinging. We can even fleet-foot it, an additional card. It is another Escape Rope. That's going to be useful for later. For now, let's just go for the Burning Rondo. Take it a cheeky, easy KO here. We have 230 HP. There's no Tina around. A Spit will not hit for weakness, so Spit instantly. They will need to like do it a couple of times. Jet Energy. In combination with Escape Rope, we can knock out a Comfey here without having to attack. So we're going to be up trading or use Forest Seal Stone and then find DTE. If we find Medicham, that is. We can also go for a Research. Maybe Research is a little bit better, to be honest. There could also, of course, be a Path to the Peak. Yeah, Path to the Peak already here. A Sableye. Yeah, it's just classical Lost Tina shenanigans. Ah, another Switch card. That is super annoying. It is super annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that is definitely not something you want to be seeing here. Only for 3 cards in the Lost Zone so far, so this Escape Rope will be huge. Okay, so with that being said, we'd have to slap down this Entei. Okay, we will go for... Yeah, we'll use the Star Alchemy later. I'll just go for Escape Rope. What are they gonna do? Who is it gonna be? Comfey? Then we can start focusing on the Sableye. They have used 2 Switch cards already. Typically, Tinas play like 2 Switch cards. Then maybe 3 Escape Ropes, something like that. Okay, this... Yeah, we definitely should get rid of the Stadium card. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, I know. But now we have free retreat, so it doesn't matter. So we will go for the Star Alchemy here. And go for Professor's Research, I suppose. Yeah, seems like a great deal. We might as well already attach here, right? It's not bad. Attach Research. Switch card, retreat options. There's the Vacuum. Vacuum is great. Get rid of the Squawk. Get rid of this Path to the Peak. Now we can start circling a little bit. Retreat to here. Put the damage on the Sableye. They're not going to be promoting that and switch carding it, so that's great. This guy has already retreated, so we will switch card here, go for the Entei, draw an additional card, fleet-footed. There's the Medicham Yoga Loop combination, which technically could happen here. We're going to be knocking out the Greninja. They're still not going to be able to Roxanne. We only take 2 prize cards, so the Lost Tina is really breaking like crazy. The switch cards are really annoying. That's something I really want to show down here with this deck is that we have switch cards, free retreat because of the tool card. That means 20 damage, 40 damage, Yoga Loop capabilities. If we find another switch out. Okay, there's the Tina in the house. Yoga Looping Sableye and then attacking. Gets us a lot of prize cards. Their bench is a little bit low though, so Escape Rope definitely gonna give the free retreat Iron Valiant a shot. That means we can retreat into Iron Valiant, then switch card. It's the same story, right? Retreat, switch card. Boss's orders. Okay. Gonna try and trap this Iron Valiant. That is the same story though. 220 damage. We can also pressurize all the damage from the Iron Valiants on the Giratina to get our preferred damage output. We will have 120 damage, 140, 160. So we need 3 damage counters on this Giratina. Okay. Nest Ball is not gonna help. Interesting. Can we get to that number? We switch card here. That's 20 damage. 120, 40, 60. 120, 40, 60. We need 3 of them. Switch card. This one. Retreat. This one. Still not enough though. It is still not enough. Sure. I'll switch card first. Go for this. But we probably will need to target down because we're not going to slap enough damage, right? But we probably will not have enough damage regardless. 160, so we definitely need to 2-shot. I'll pressurize my damage output. Can slam down the Yoga Loop. They probably won't have another boss. They can have Counter Catcher, which is super annoying, I suppose. I'll just attach here. I'll save these. We have Yoga Loop shenanigans, which is great. I will retreat. We can no longer like retreat and do something else. I think I'll just retreat here. Then draw with fleet-footed. And I will. They probably are gonna be able. They're probably gonna be knocking us out, right? I'll just slap down. We can slap down Yoga Loop, but Yoga Loop is gonna help us out a little bit. So I think I'll just slap down another Iron Valiant, because if they don't do anything, they're probably losing regardless. I'll just slap this down here, and let's go for a Burning Rondo 160. If they go to the Tina VSTAR, we can still win the game by Yoga Looping Sableye, and that's definitely going to be helping us out a ton. We have the DTE, we have the Medicham. They can go for Giratina VSTAR, and then we see they can still not Roxanne, which is the greatest part about this. Counter Catcher's gone, Roxanne is gone. They need to deal with this Entei in the active position. Alright. So we will hopefully draw a switch out so we can Yoga Loop Sableye and knock out the Giratina at the same time. They also still need to find Giratina VSTAR, and I see there's one in the lost zone already. So that could become tricky. There's an attachment there. So they have both Tinas set up. Okay, there's the Giratina VSTAR. Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. They could still win the game if they have everything they need. Lost Impact. Okay, that was not a Tina snap. That's just a Lost Impact. They would then need to find their last Giratina VSTAR or Super Rod it back for some reason here and there. This has free retreat, so a switch out would be nice if we are able to find that. Come on. Oh, there's a research. That's crazy. So, slapping down. We can also get the Charizard back up. By the way, Charizard, the Radiant Zard. This one, DTE, and the Professor's Research. That's so beautiful. Okay, with that being said, we will retreat here. put down damage there. We will switch card here. Put damage there. We will switch card to the Yoga Loop now. Back to us, little fella. Time for some Yoga Loop action. We Yoga Loop the Sableye. Now it's back to us. We actually are avoiding the Roxanne turn here, which is crazy. Okay, next up we can knock out this guy. But I don't want to use Escape Rope. Training cards, Escape Rope. There's a lot of regular switches in the deck, which is great. I'll just retreat. There's also Jet Energy, by the way. I can retreat, then Jet Energy. Jet Energy. It's gonna have to come down to what we still have access to be honest. I will retreat. Or just, yeah. I will retreat. Damage there. I don't want to lose all these resources because we also have boss's orders. I think I'll just go for Colress over the fella there. Switch out this one, Magma Basin. These are actually great cards. That means we can set up Radiant Zard as well. Okay, so this has been used, this has been used. We can switch card, Jet Energy. Switch here. More damage output there. That's the only prize we need to take. We can Jet Energy. Then this is KO'd, but then we are not able to KO the other one. But if we Escape Rope, nah, it's gonna have to be just a Jet Energy on the Entei, knocking out the active Tina. The only thing we need to do is retreat to win. That's pretty much all we need to do. Fleet-footed. Techno Radar, just thinning out the deck, I suppose, because they could still Roxanne. Don't need any of these. Still need to hang on to the stadium, otherwise it's gonna be tricky. Yeah, knocking out the Tina. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing we need to do is Yoga Loop, either find our DTE. Whoop. Either find our DTE to Yoga Loop, or just, it depends if they have the stadium or not, but they've already threw away Roxanne. They might actually have troubles knocking out this Entei with 230 HP. They need to find their last Giratina VSTAR. And that's how you just circle around the board. We could have also knocked out this Comfey already, but then we would have not KO'd the Giratina VSTAR, which was more, yeah, no Roxanne. That game, we have Magma Basin, and we can just retreat with Iron Valiant to KO the Comfey, unless they heal 30, but then even if they heal 30, then we can still win because we can retreat, Escape Rope, knock it out. Even Boss Zord and just attacking is great. We can also go for Nest Ball Zard, Magma Basin, Energy on the Zard. If they knock out Entei, we can even slap 200 and even enough, because with Iron Valiant in combination with Escape Rope Boss, we can slap more damage with the Radiant Zard to actually slap for 290. So infinite win cons in this hand. They didn't use Roxanne, so the deck played out perfectly. Alright, 2 Comfey, so enough targets. They probably didn't find the Giratina VSTAR. Because if I had to guess here, there's like, unless they, yeah, they have another Giratina V. Oh, they have the VSTAR, perfect. Are they gonna snap it? And Path. Yeah, that's their only win con, was slapping down Path here. There's so many win conditions. We just slap down Magma Basin, retreat and win. That's why there's 4 Magma Basin in here. I like it. Even another Escape Rope. This retreat. And that's how Iron Valiant takes down the little buddies. The little Comfeys being slapped away by Iron Valiant. I like it. I like this deck a lot. Maybe I should try actually and invest into some Enteis, because it does look very, very promising. The things I've seen here that you can deal with the little guys. You have the late game Radiant Charizard. You have the bulkiness of an Entei. And you do have fleet-footed. And the funny fact is that all the legendary dogs from the Johto region, like Entei V, Raikou V, and Suicune V, at one point all had very strong decks that they were in. So very balanced that all of them eventually see play in the competitive scene. Okay, now we're gonna be playing another game with Entei Iron Valiant. Hopefully you'll see the strategy here, where you're able to attack with Entei, circle on your Iron Valiants, and have access to Radiant Charizard in the late game. Let's see what the next opponent will have and bring to the table here. And this deck is surprising me more and more. The more I'm playing it, the better I think it is positioned. Definitely because there's still a lot of decks out there with low HP Pokemon. Think about, of course, Charmander, Pidgey, Comfey, Frigibax, all those fellas. This time around, we're probably going to go second, which is great. Second, turn 1 Entei attack is definitely something we could do. Pressurize the opponent. That's what we are aiming to go for. We're probably going to have to rely on Squawkabilly, which is a lot of play these days in all of these decks. Would you look at that? An insane amount of stuff. VIP Pass, Techno 60 HP Ditto. Probably will transform already into, I don't know. It's another Comfey. It's a low HP Pokemon, but we don't have Echoing Horn. Echoing Horn would also be something I could think about in a list like this. Transformative Start. Comfey? I think it'll be a Comfey. If I had to guess, could also be a Lugia V, I guess. Comfey! Yay! More Comfeys for Iron Valiant. This summer, Iron Valiant will destroy everyone. Flower selecting. Still don't have VIP Pass, otherwise they probably would have played it already. 2 Comfeys. Can we Yoga Loop them turn 1? We need to switch 1, 2, 3, 4 times with the DTE right here. Interesting. Could we go for a turn 1 Yoga Loop? Would that be possible? Magma Basin already? VIP Pass. Squawkabilly. We only have 1 Iron Valiant. Yo, only 1. That's so stupid. We only have 1. That is incredibly stupid. I have no words for this. I have no words for this. Jet Energy could also help to set this up. We're gonna have to slap down Magma Basin. Don't want to be seeing this, right? Techno Radar. There's like a lot of them priced. We can only use 1, which is so stupid. Research! Right from the get-go. We have the free retreat. And away. Do we use the Forest Seal Stone here to activate what we want? I probably think so, right? Forest Seal Stone to discard. So we can get the first attack off, right? Star Alchemy. Might as well. Because we can still Squawk, right? Is there a way we can still discard? Yeah. I'll just take this. I will use Earthen Vessel. Get rid of this. Do we get more energies here? Maybe 1, I suppose. We can slap this. We can use Magma Basin. Future Boost shenanigans here. We can Nest Ball. Yeah, the Yoga Loop does seem nice, but it's not gonna be possible in this situation, so I'm gonna have to get out another Entei. I know, it's silly. It is definitely silly. We could retreat and then use the Jet Energy to put the Entei up front. There we go. We use the Jet Energy. We're flying up front. And Squawk, I suppose. Let's go! There's a Yoga Loop capability. Fleet-footed. Another boost capsule here. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. Everything's prized. All of our good friends are prized. Knockout. We do have 2 Iron Valiants. Maybe we get one from the prize cards here. That would be superb. It's a fire energy, not what we need. Because now we can only slap 2020 with the Iron Valiants, and then with the Yoga Loop, that's 60. That could be enough if they don't find Switch cards. Maybe they're just bricking. They didn't find VIP Pass. Probably are stuck with a bazillion amount of switch outs. We also don't have Colress, so their lost box is crippling. Even though all of our Iron Valiants are prized. We can still have Switch card to heal this Entei. We haven't used any Switch card. Okay, there's the counter catcher for this Entei. And an Iono. Do you think from this Iono we won't grab a switch out? There's still 5 cards we get. You know, there's a switch out, there's Magma Basin. And the DTE. The DTE is very, very scary for the opponent because now this Comfey could get Yoga Looped. There's also water energies in their deck. Interesting. Are they playing Giratina? Okay, another Tina. I didn't even realize we were up against another Tina. More switch outs. Okay, fleet-footed. Nest Ball. Yeah, we can actually Yoga Loop here. Perfect. Nest Ball. Medicham. This. Switch. This away. Switch again. Man, this is gonna be easy. Poof. And then we go for retreating to the Yoga Loop. And then we can also use Magma Basin, by the way, which is great. Energy for our Entei. It gets damaged, but we don't care. Yoga Loop time again. Get rid of Comfey. Boom. It looks like Lost Tina is still bricking like ever before. Can we find an Iron Valiant? Of course. That's great. More switch outs. We cannot Yoga Loop this turn again. We can have Boss's Orders though. We can Escape Rope Boss, I suppose. Escape Rope. Then put some damage on the Giratina. Then retreat. Use fleet-footed. And I think I will take down all the little Comfeys here. We do open ourselves up to Roxanne, but our hand is bad regardless. And they will not find Colress' experiment anytime soon, or get to a number reasonable enough to go for enough stuff. Look at that. 4 cards in the Lost Zone. Cramorant is there. No Comfeys. 3 Comfeys in the discard pile. You can go for Abyss Seeking, I suppose. We can just attack twice. We still have access to Yoga Loop capabilities as well, with 2 Iron Valiants, 1 in hand as well, and 2 Magma Basins too. They have the Colress, but the funny fact is, look at this. They are at 4 cards. They will need to slap down another Comfey, and if they do that, that's our ticket to all of our prize cards. Man, Lost Tina doesn't like this matchup at all, do they? I probably have to go for Abyss Seeking here. How many damage output? 120, 140, 160. We can add up to 160, but that's about it. If they don't slap down any more Pokemon on the bench. Then they're stuck with one little lone Tina. Which is pretty bad. Okay, Nest Ball. That's great. Another Tina. So they're gonna go for Tina, which probably makes sense. They're gonna have to go for Abyss Seeking and then attack twice with an Entei. With this situation, Abyss Seeking. This is actually still a scary situation to be in. I don't know if they're going to be able to evolve both of them. There's a switch card. Okay, fleet-footed. Okay, we have a lot of switch outs. That's not bad. Let's see here. 20, 40, 60, 140. That's actually the numbers here. So we could technically go. Currently we're slapping 140. That's not enough, but we can switch card. Switch card, retreat, and then slap damage. Or we Escape Rope, put some damage there as well. Escape Rope. Put all the damage on this guy. We attach here. We retreat. Put more damage there. If we had an escape rope, we could have knocked that one out, but we don't. We're gonna switch here. And draw something with the fleet-footed. Ah, no escape rope. Would have been nice if it was an escape rope. 140. That's enough, though. 140 is enough. So currently, this guy can get knocked out. This guy's already at a low amount of hit points. Also, no energies on this Tina, by the way. And without draw power, I'm afraid to see where this is going. We do have another Iron Valiant, but no more draw power. So I... Depends. Can they find Mirage Gate? Already at 10 cards in the lost zone already. They're at 8. They do have Mirage Gate, but do they have the Giratina VSTAR? 3 prize cards to take. 2 Tinas against the world. They could lost impact and then snap again, but... Okay, water and grass coming onto this Tina. Psychic on this Tina. 22 cards left in the deck. They didn't find too much draw power either. So there's an Iono. This Iono could be scary if they slap down Path on top of it. We do have a lot of switch outs, which is great. And then Techno Radar to find an additional Iron Valiants. But the problem will be if they could find Path to the peak here. But without additional draw power of Comfey or Radiant Greninja, that's gonna be tricky. I don't see Radiant Greninja, and they do find Path. Strong situation. Let's be honest. We can definitely KO this Giratina though. That's not the issue. I will still promote Iron Valiant. And maybe we do draw into Magma Basin. Although they are shut down to the bottom of the deck. Yo, this is still gonna be tricky though. Yo. They take 2 prize cards. We don't have a way to deal with this right away. Okay, let's see here. Entei. We can also have Radiant Zard as an answer, by the way. Radiant Zard as an answer. We retreat. Yeah, there's no other way. We're not slapping enough damage quite yet. It's only 120. But there's no other solution than to go... You can also get rid of Entei, but Entei could slap a reasonable amount of damage. 120 is still not going to be enough. I'm going to get rid of Entei and hope we do draw into Radiant Zard here. And the Magma Basin shenanigans. Here we go. Still tricky though. They still need to find another Tina VSTAR as well though. Okay, scary. Zard and base Magma Basin, that's what we need. Research! Thank you. Do they have enough late game cards here? Trainer cards, 2 Iono. They could still have Roxanne, but they don't have more draw power. They need Mirage Gate, Giratina VSTAR. And if we find Magma Basin and Charizard, we win. So the damage placement was alright in the end. And if they have to deal with Tina, they are now at 10 cards in the lost zone, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 3 Iron Valiants up against the boss. That's perfect. That is perfect. Attachment there. Abyss Seeking. I see an Abyss Seeking coming. And that's where the game will end. We are slapping 120, which is still not enough to take care of this Giratina. But we can... all these switch cards, by the way. I think I'll switch over to Entei. I will switch card. Do we switch card here? Or we can heal the damage, but the damage is kind of irrelevant. So I'll just switch card to this. So we can retreat into it, find another switch out. Yeah, okay. We have healed Entei, at least that's the most important factor. Research! Okay, there's the Magma Basin coming, there's enough switch outs. Magma Basin? We retreat into Iron Valiant. Poof. 80. Switch. More damage output. And currently we are at enough. Yeah, they just concede. So, Lost Tina went a little bit slow, but kind of easy for the likes of Entei with the Iron Valiant. So, cool. Cool deck. We keep on winning with this. Seems like alright, but there was 2 Lost Tinas, and I think it was the same person as well. So maybe we are in luck that we can find another opponent. What we need here is to prove its worthy is maybe a Roaring Moon. Also, with so many switch outs, you don't have an issue against Snorlax's block. Definitely with like Entei, the beat stick of all. You can slap a lot of damage. Circling around a lot of opponents. Iron Valiant is great. Or maybe a chien-pao, that would also be a cool matchup here. Okay, the opponent's probably going to be going first. If they're not, they're probably playing Roaring Moon. I think it's well positioned here. Entei with Iron Valiant. The opponent will go first. Okay, we go second. It's not an issue unless you have hands like this. You have the draw of the turn and the fleet-footed that hopefully will draw at least some. Is that another Lost Tina? Looks like it. Why is everybody playing Lost Tina? I have no idea. Hopefully we'll draw into a Battle VIP Pass so we can squawk our way to victory. Because with this, we're not gonna cut it. We are not gonna cut it. Giratina VSTAR. They didn't play Battle VIP Pass. They just have Path to the Peak here. So no Squawk either. Okay then, attachment here. Iron Valiant. This. Entei. And pass. Let's go. That's all we're doing. That's all we are doing. And looks like on the verse ladder, or actually on the rank ladder, we only see Lost Tina. There's a Squawk approaching Colress's experiment. 2 VIP passes. Hilarious. Like a turn 1 path. That could shut down a lot of decks. Hopefully we draw to either Magma Bases so we can fleet-foot it, or retreat. And there's a spit from the Cram. There's at least enough Pokemon on the bench for us to knock out the Cram. 110 is not going to cut it either, so saving the Switch card here for now. Jet Energy and Shazam away. KO Cram. Saving all my switch outs for just in case we draw into a draw supporter here. Maybe this prize card, number 6, come on. No, it's a VIP pass, that's not helpful at all. Colress experiment after Colress experiment. We're probably going to be seeing a Tina slap here. And if that happens, I don't know we can draw ourselves out of this. Unless we draw into Professor's Research. Maybe they don't even find Tina V-Star. But they can just attack with a regular Tina V, right? 160. That's all they need to do here. 7 cards currently. There's already a Mirage Gate in the Lost Zone. How is this Path to the Peak carrying the game so much? Okay, they're dividing it between 2 Giratinas. Maybe they have another Mirage Gate. Escape Rope. Yeah. Tackle with the Iron Valiant, will ya? They're gonna Abyss Seeking. Okay, we can Escape Rope and do a little bit of muckets here and there. 160 damage we're dishing out here. They're going for Abyss Seeking, that's kind of crazy. Probably didn't find another energy in hand, so that's interesting. And next turn, the Tina is actually going to be swinging, which is scary. Nest Ball. Is Nest Ball going to save us? Yoga Loop. I don't think so. I really don't think so. We can at least tin the deck, I suppose. Escape Rope. Who's gonna get a lot of damage here? It's a Comfey. We can take a prize card. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Duh. Okay. And now things become a little bit tricky because we really need a draw supporter. Double Turbo is also not gonna cut it. Yeah, 2 prize cards taken. And now the Tinas are gonna go on a rampage. And we have nothing to say about it. Unless we draw Professor's Research or Colress. Because a Magma Basin could also do a little bit of tricks because we can play some damage counters on something like Sableye, so we can Yoga Loop at least 1 turn. Mirage Gate. Yeah, this is not good. Are they gonna go for Sableye? They're gonna Sable Sprinkle the Entei. Could have Switch Carded that, but we're gonna save that for hopefully some better times. Can put the DTE on the Entei. Come on. Colress? Holy moly, that's a blessing. Research for next turn. Magma Basin. Magma Basin? We could set up an Entei. That's cool. We can set up an Entei. Let's see here. We retreat. Damage. Switch card. Damage. Yeah, that's great. This is great. These are great cards. Thank you. Well, let's go. Magma Basin. Use the Magma Basin. Damage there. Touch of the turn there. We retreat. Damage on the Sableye. We Escape Rope. Yeah, we're gonna try and Yoga Loop the Sableye. And then use Radiant Zard at one point as well. More attacks coming there. Switch card. KO this Comfey. Fleet-footed. It's a boss's orders. Alright. We've taken 3 prize cards. They can now easily Roxanne and use Path. That's super scary. So our strategy is Yoga Loop into Radiant Zard Slap. Can that work? What is in hand? Do you have more? Super Rod. Yeah, our Entei will definitely go down here. That's for sure. Currently sitting at 10 cards in the lost zone. Yeah, that's gonna be painful. At least we've taken 3 prize cards with that horrendous start. And Path and Roxanne. Yeah, that's what should have happened. For a Seal Stone, a little bit late to the party because we're gonna get annihilated. Good top deck Entei for a Seal Stone Research. Dang. Star Requiem. Okay. Entei goes down. And now we are in the situation that we are in top deck mode. Will Roxanne stick with the Path? Yes, it will. So, Lostina. 2 out of 3 we won. So, Roxanne Path is definitely scary because Path also shuts down your abilities of the Iron Valiant. So, that's tricky. And I wonder why on the versus ladder, on the rank ladder, we only see Lostina. I don't know. So, what can we say with this deck is that it has a lot of capabilities. Low amount of damage on weak HP Pokemon, high amount of damage in combination with the Iron Valiant, boosting the damage output of your Entei Burning Rondo. Let's play one more and hopefully not Lostina. Because we don't have endless amounts of time to record daily uploads. So let's just hope people on the rank ladder just realize that Lostina is not the play. Give us something better. Okay. Next opponent. Tails. Alright, opponent has full control on if they want to go first or second. Lots of decks in this Paradox Rift format want to be going second. I'm thinking mostly Roaring Moon. There's also Charizard decks that want to use the technical machines. I can go first. Alright, that's scary because we do have Entei in the active position. No other great cards to be working with. Entei versus Entei. That is hilarious. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing one card with Fleet-Footed. Iron Valiant. We're going to be definitely saving this Radiant Charizard. This over here. Switch around already. Yeah, switch around already. Damage there. We Nest Ball. We can actually attach on the turn here. I'm gonna save my Radiant Charizard, which is very great in this matchup. I'm gonna use Nest Ball and go for Squawk. And let's go. Squawk and Seize. VIP Pass, that's strong. So VIP Pass is gonna set up Iron Valiant. Do we get more Iron Valiants set up? Damage, damage, damage. Yeah, that's not bad, right? We can easily set up another Entei if something gets knocked out. There's that. Retreat. Damage. The problem I see here is that if they can get the first 2-prize KO, we will be in trouble. We still have Radiant Charizard to respond. Switch card again. Do we promote as 1-prizer and just go with that? Depends on how many Pokemon they set up on the bench here. Radiant Charizard is kind of an annoying Pokemon that can deal with all these 2-prizers, so it's a very great Pokemon. Should we sacrifice an Iron Valiant? But we also take a 2-prizer right there. It's an interesting solution, right? I think I'll just... If we sacrifice as one 1-prizer, we can circle around and then try to boss all these Pokemon here. This seems alright to me. So 4 Seal Stone here. And end the turn. We could have waited with 4 Seal Stone because I think this is a mirror match. And the reason why I'm promoting Charizard is that they also have Escape Ropes, I suppose, that then they can get a 2-prizer, but then they have to work for it. Radiant Charizard as well. Okay. That doesn't look promising. 190. We're slapping 140. That means we need 3 Iron Valiants in the active position in order to KO this Entei. We do have... yeah, they're going for the Switch card. Okay, well, now we cannot no longer KO it. We can no longer KO the Entei. That is safely waiting in the bench. You do have Research. Depends on if they snap down more Pokemon, though. Could have the Magma Basin activated. Then we are also able to use... No, not yet, not quite yet. Mirror Match Party. Iron Valiant. Okay, that's 160 damage output. Future Energy Boost Capsule. Magma Basin. They're damaging themselves, turning it into 200 damage again. So we're currently at 160. That only means 2 Iron Valiants need to come into the active position in order to KO Entei. But it's gonna have to be more because they're taking down Radiant Charizard. We need to stop down our basic Pokemon. Oh, they're switching around, putting some damage onto probably Entei, if I had to guess. It's otherwise a little bit difficult to KO. Or maybe they can go after Squawkabilly and put all the pressure onto Squawkabilly. And in a couple of turns they take 2 prize cards. Nope, that's not what they're going for. They're going for that Entei. Burning Rondo does take the job of knocking out Radiant Charizard. The cool thing is that we now only need 1 switch out. Only 1 switch out required to knock out Entei. That's kind of easy. An Escape Rope. That's not the card we want. I'll just go for Professor's Research. Should we? The DTE is not gonna work. We need more stuff. Okay, I'm gonna attach this fire energy here. We're gonna be going for Nest Ball, setting up another Entei. Alright, 160. That means 2 of them need to come into the active position. So we switch. Damage there. Switch. Damage there. We still have the 4 Sealstone, which I'd gladly use. Star Alchemy. Should we go for a Boss's Order or a Research? Probably a Research, because they're all going to be 2 prizers. So I'm actually going to go Switch Card into Entei, draw 1 card with the Fleet-Footed, and then Star Alchemy a Research already. Yeah, because I think they could potentially get a KO here, a response KO. So I'm going to go for the Professor's Research. We're going to be drawing into Escape Ropes and stuff later. Let's go. Entei is down. Entei eating up an Entei. Nice and swiftly. Taken 2 prize cards. Okay, now Charizard potentially could attack if they find DTE here. And Magma Basin, they could attack with the Combustion Blast. The Combustion Blast is going to be a super annoying thing to deal with because we're going to have to deal with the Zard ourselves. For that to happen, they need DTE in hand. That sounds, for 4 cards in hand, a little bit hard to do. Earthen Vessel, with 2 energy attached, they cannot attack with Zard quite yet. Research, no! They find DTE, we're done for. Dang. That's kinda crazy. Nest Ball, more Pokemon popping up here. Entei. Magma Basin going onto the Entei, presumably. We're gonna have to save Boss's Orders, I suppose, for the final blow. Or just an Escape Rope, because there's no other 1-prizers in this deck. No other 1-prizers, meaning we're definitely gonna get away with Escape Rope over Boss. Can I even get the KO here on the Entei? Fleet-Footed. Do they have an energy? 160 damage output again, putting it to 180, meaning we need 3 Iron Valiants in the active position, which we definitely can do. We switch this one, we retreat this one, switch card this one, and then we research for the last. Oh no! Our strategy, we can no longer KO the Entei right there. We can no longer KO the Entei because 60 damage. Yeah, it has full HP. We can no longer do it. But we can do it later, I suppose. Escape Rope as well. Escape Rope is something we don't want to be using here. Definitely not. Fleet-Footed. More stuff we don't need. Okay, attachment here. Switch card. We're gonna be putting damage here. Otherwise, we're not able to KO it, right? Can switch. More damage here. And a Professor's Research. This is a very great combo because now we can actually make sure we can Magma Basin onto this Entei. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Yeah. Earthen Vessel, get rid of this Magma Basin, get 1 Fire Energy, use the Techno Radar to get rid of this Fire Energy, get 1 of these, use Magma Basin, energy on the other Entei, then we put this aside. There's no disruption, I suppose. You can even retreat and go for another, so there's 60. Retreat here. More damage. Switch to this. Fleet-Footed. Another Entei. Might as well put this here that we don't need anymore. And attack for 160. Bam. So he's super close from being knocked out. Not quite yet. There's capabilities of going for Yoga Loop, going to us again. But if we get knocked out, we can attack. We can get like 4 prize cards in a turn, right? The only thing we need is like bossing up an Iron Valiant. Because if they want to deal with the current Entei, they will need to slap down some Pokemon on the bench. Or attack with the Radiant Zard right there. Do we still have escape ropes left? 2 there, yeah, I think so. We have more escape ropes left. Don't go for a boss's orders play, so they are planning on going for... They still need to take 5 prize cards, might I add, so we only need to take 4, and there's an Entei that is almost knocked out. If we're taking a look at their switch card numbers, there's already 3 in the discard pile, so Yoga Loop into more switch outs, into KO on hopefully boss's orders on Iron Valiant. That's gonna be my game plan here. Also that Zard, guess something we potentially could knock out. 1 Entei. They have more Enteis. There's Magma Basin, which is going to be remaining in play for the rest of the game. Interesting mirror match. I lost my Radiant Zard, which I found very, very sad, but it's alright. Radiant Zard is actually pretty good now. Luckily we weren't able to take a prize card here, so now we have to deal with... What are they gonna do? Did he find DTE and attack with Radiant Zard? Radiant Zard slapping enough damage. Doesn't look like that because they're putting all the damage onto Entei here. They're also slapping down nothing on the bench anymore, so our damage output is a little bit more limited. And also we are all out of energy, so we will, if we want to attack, we cannot attack with Medicham. Both of our DTEs are in the discard pile. And if the Entei goes down, we will go down to 120 damage output, which is pretty bad. Yeah, we have no other choice but to set up another Entei. Yeah, I think we have this, right? Okay, Techno Radar, are they gonna go overboard? Maybe setting up some more damage on the Entei on the bench there, because the Entei on the bench has 68 HP remaining. But if they slap all of the Pokemon down, with an escape rope we win, right? So it's a little bit tricky. 1 Iron Valiant, 2, they're gonna go all out. They're gonna go all out. Maybe set another one to knock out the Entei right there. That could be kind of a crazy situation. Or attacking the active. No, it's gonna have to be the one that's currently damaged. Can they find another Iron Valiant and enough switch outs? That could be the case. Getting a little bit scared. I am not gonna lie. Because we don't have Radiant Zard to respond. So if both Enteis go down this turn, I don't know if we're gonna be able to respond. Switching over to... Yeah, no. Entei is safe. The Entei is safe. Okay, let me just calculate here. We put 20 damage there. Then 140. 120, 40, 60, 80, 180. We need 2. We need to activate all the Iron Valiants. All of them. So the best plan to do that is going for... Yo, fleet-footed into Colress's experiment. Magma base. Do we even have enough switch outs left? Colress, escape rope, switch, boss. Here we go. Switch. Attacking this one. I'm gonna be getting some prize cards for that. 1, 2. They're probably gonna be promoting the Charizard right there. Yeah, that's what I figured. With that being said, we retreat. Who do they promote? If we escape rope, who will they promote? Currently they can knock this guy out and then use Zard as well. They need 3 prize cards. This Entei is going to go down by... This is not great. This is definitely not great. Escape rope. Maybe we should have waited, but they have Magma Basin, so it doesn't matter. Charizard is definitely going to be doing all the bidding here. Maybe I should have knocked out the Charizard while I think about it. Entei. We can retreat into Iron Valiant, but that's 140, 60, 80, 200. 120, 40, 60, 80, 180. We just need 20 more damage counters. Yeah, they're gonna be able to circle around. It's going to be pretty tough. If we retreat now, we're not gonna get there. I don't think so. Because we don't have Radiant Zard. Radiant Zard is super great in this situation. Even though we have 2 Entei set up here, we probably should have not knocked out the Entei right there and waited and then knocked out everything simultaneously. Yeah, the Zard can knock out anything, and our Entei is almost knocked out. So we need to attack with this, hoping they don't have enough switch outs, which they probably will, because we are 1 switch out short from getting the KO here. Ooh, 20 damage, so close, so close. Great mirror match, by the way. Did he have enough switch outs remaining? 3 switch cards, 3 of these, 3 of these. There's a couple of escape ropes left, I suppose. Yeah, the Entei will go down and then the Zard will clean up. But if they need like switch and switch right now. But they can also take 2 prize cards when they switch. Yeah, there's a switch card. Yeah, the Radiant Zard, so good in this matchup. Maybe I should have not sacrificed the Zard. Should have sacrificed maybe like the Squawkabilly so we can attack a little bit earlier. We don't have any other 2 prizers. Also, it was unfortunate that both of our DTEs were in the discard pile already. But we do see how the deck functions, which is nice. 9 cards. Magma Basin. You don't even need to do that. You can already attack with it. And a Jet Energy on top of that. Look at that. Yeah. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. So that has how a mirror match goes. Radiant Zard as MVP. So let me know how you feel about this deck in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in so many ways. Very strange to see all these lost Tinas up in the rank ladder. Go check out our sponsors, PokeTownStore.com, the best place for TCG live code cards. There is, of course, the coupon code TCG for 5% off. There is Dragon Shield for our sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. Links down below. Use the coupon Zapdos5 for 5% off over at Dragon Shield. They have the best sleeves, deck boxes, and binders. Go check out yourplaymat.com to create your own custom playmat. You can get 10% off today by clicking the link down below. And there's also cardsmarket.com for all European players. You can buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. Have yourself a very fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some brand new Pokemon TCG action. Peace.